Hello and welcome to a very special Build Bear bonus stream. It's Saturday. I'm in New York City and I'm here talking with all of you. Welcome everybody. If you are currently a subscriber, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe emote, tier 2 emote if you are my tier 2 patron or sorry, Twitch sub, you get the blue emote. If you're not a current a subscriber, you can say hi or use other people's emotes, or if you wanted to, you could just be a lurker and hang out. This is not how my stream normally looks. I don't often have a wrestling belt on my shoulder. I rarely do just chatting streams. I usually have like model kit building is my primary thing. Um, Sharks UK just subscribed with Twitch Prime for 22 months, saying, doing a quick drive-by sub, gotta get back to work. Sharks UK, you get back to work. I don't even have my anything in with going here with Stream Elements on this setup on my laptop. So I can't even have the overlay stuff because I did not set the stuff up. But thank you very much. Let's throw the emotes in the chat if you're currently a subscriber. Thanks Sharks 2K for subscribing with Twitch Prime for 22 months. That's so many months. Thank you so much for your continued support. And then get back to work. Yeah, if you're joining me for the first time ever, you might be like, what's happening here?" Well, it's about 5 p.m. Eastern time, a little after that. And I'm gonna go retweet my own tweet so you can get a few more friends to join us here. Um, and I'm in New York for the weekend, New York City. I'm in Brooklyn for the weekend, staying at an Airbnb, which we'll talk about tonight. I said I would cut a promo on this Airbnb, and I certainly will. We're gonna hang out for about an hour, just talking, seeing what's up. Um, and yeah, it should be a fun evening for a little while, just checking out because I didn't want to do my stream on Thursday and then be like, I'm coming back on Monday. Reminder, my Monday stream is at 10 p.m., not 9 p.m. So we'll start an hour later, Eastern time. But yeah, I just wanted to hang out, do a check-in. We're about halfway through the trip. I arrived early yesterday. I will be leaving later Monday, so had my full, haven't had a full day, yesterday and then most of today here in New York. Lord Crashton says, "Hey Pat, hey to you, Lord Crashton. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you being here early. I know that 5 p.m. is not my normal streaming time." And you'd be like, "Pat, why didn't you just stream at 9 o'clock?" Well, the answer to that is I have stuff to do tonight. Um, Specifically, this fine evening, I will be going to two different comedy shows. One in Brooklyn, which is not too far from here, thankfully, and one in downtown New York City, which is easy to get to, and it'll be easy for me to get back, which is fantastic. I'm going to see some people I know. There'll be some strangers that I don't quite know sitting in one show, and then the other show is all full of people I know. I'm very happy to go and support the Squirrel Theater, which is a lot of people from the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater when that shutdown started. Squirrel, including the last UCB New York artistic director, Michael Hartney, who I love very dearly and didn't get to work under for that long, but I love Michael very much. I also have this wrestling belt right here, the League of Heels World Championship. Yeah, so I have that. I'm very proud to have that here on my shoulder. This has been in storage. I went to my storage unit yesterday. Very happy to get that. I'll wait. We'll see if a few more friends want to join us before we get into like my haul from that. My haul from the shop. That's DASHOP, the shop, which is model kits and action figures. A very tiny little store. Lots of import stuff. Lots of Pokemon cards and like. Hey, Harold, welcome. Happy to have you here for my New York City check-in. Yeah, and I'll talk about what's going on there. I'm going to cut a promo here on this whole Airbnb because every Airbnb has its quirks. This one had several, and some of them were things that I should have. Um, uh, some of this is on me, but some of it is stuff that maybe you can use if you decide to go on a trip, your next Airbnb stay. But yeah, I got this beautiful belt right here. You gotta see, I'm looking on the leg. You can see that. Okay, you can see my beautiful belt. I'm gonna put this down for a second. We'll talk about that more in a second. But that's heavy. It's a heavy plate on that belt. So, oh, already better. I've walked so much, everybody. I'm gonna drink a little water here. Give me a second. I've walked so much. I tweeted about this last night. but it's true. Um, I'm gonna eat just junk. Hey, Tony, Tony's here. Welcome. I'm gonna eat so much junk this weekend. I mostly have. I had a salad today, but it was covered in various meats and also ranch dressing. So it wasn't the healthiest, but it did have some veggies in it. But I'm gonna eat such bad foods. But I'm still gonna lose weight though because I'm walking so much. I walked so much. I took a from LaGuardia, which is in Queens, took a shuttle bus to a subway and then walked over a bridge to go to my, because that was the easiest way to get to my storage unit, which meant I actually technically walked from Queens to Brooklyn and then walked all over Brooklyn yesterday. I had to kill a bunch of time because I got in and my Airbnb was not ready for me. There was a downpour. Tweeted about that, so that's fun. Um, I was close to McCarran Park, which I wanted to go and hang out with and in anyway because I missed that park. That was the park near my old apartment. So I went there and then got caught in a flash rain, like a flash flood, basically. So I took refuge inside a store, um, and I purchased a $3 box water because they did not have any soda on tap. Their soda tap was busted. So I bought $3 water. Felt like a real tourist. Um, yes, a hearty welcome from New York. Yes, but it was fine, and I was close to Rainy Beach. Harold, I mean, I hope I don't walk 500 miles, but I might walk 500 miles and 500 more. I've walked a lot. I've walked like, oh, hey, what if I got a car right now? Sir, what if I just like called an Uber right now? Oh no, it's not that far from where I gotta be. Okay. They did not have crab juice. No. Yeah, no, they had box water, which was, I mean, it was cold water, and I was happy to have it, but I did spend $3 on box water, and I was like, Um, anyway, I also tweeted this. This seems to got a nice response from some of y'all out there on the Twitter machine. It turns out a trip that doesn't involve working a convention is relaxing. Now, the caveats to that are I have meetings. I had a meeting today. I have a brunch meeting tomorrow. And I have at least one meeting on Monday. I'm trying to book a second meeting on Monday. So I've had things to do while I'm here. Went to my storage unit, had to mess around in there. I've been working on a project doing data entry for a thing that I've finished up today. I've had stuff to do, but it's not the same thing as running a booth at a convention or even just having panels at a convention. Um, so this is still more like an actual legit vacate because I consider those meetings like meetings, running around, doing stuff. That's more like activities on a vacation than they are like work. The data entry stuff is work, but because I almost finished it up on the plane, but I didn't quite finish that. There were two children in front of me. My flight getting here, errands versus work. Yes, Lord Question. My flight getting here, um, uh, row to myself, two-seater, but to myself. But in front of me were a very young child and a slightly older child, and one of them hated flying, and the other hated that that the child next to them hated flying. So that was fun. But it was like a 2 hour flight, so I can't complain too much. Got into the city, no problem. LaGuardia is less under construction than the last time I was here. It's still under construction, but it's under less construction than it used to be. And so that's nice. Good for LaGuardia. Um, are you a client? Tony, here's the deal. I am not a recline on a plane person. I am if I have a seat available next to me, that tray table becomes where my food and drink go, if I have that. The divider goes up next to it. I stretch out, put stuff up on there. Um, I always try to buy an aisle seat so that I can stick because I am a wide man, so I can stick my leg in there. Um, but the last time that I reclined my seat was on a red eye. It was a red eye flight, and the lights were dim, and the person behind me immediately, like literally, because I saw them come in and then like kind of just look behind me to see if they were going to be a problem. They were asleep immediately. They slept the entire time. So I was like, well, if you're sleeping, I recline. Yes, but yeah, I try to do the aisle. Also, like I don't like to get up to use the bathroom, but if I'm on a flight from like, New York to Seattle, I'm gonna use the bathroom, and then someone's got to move for me. And if they need to ask me to move, that's okay. If I need to ask them to move, I'm not into it. Um, so anyway, the flight wasn't bad. It was fine. It was a Delta ran, but or whatever. It's like a Delta flight, but it's not a Delta plane. You know what I mean? That was fine. Um, got here, went to my storage unit, and now for the lovely people, I will talk about some of the things that I got at my storage unit. The first thing is a Raspberry Pi 3B, the Raspberry Pi 3B. You may remember this as the Raspberry Pi that I used in a fake NES case um, uh, for the booth at League of Heels. What am I going to do with this if and when I don't ever do another League of Heels show? I don't know yet. I think this is going to become a pie hole. I'm going to do that thing where you just block ads from coming through on your network. I'm going to try that out. What I'm actually legitimately going to do is I have purchased ahead of time a case for this, a 3D printed case that also has a fan, and it has like stuff to put on to help with cooling. And I am going to do that as a stream at some point because we haven't done many things like that before, and I think it'll be neat. It won't take too long to do, but I'm going to do that. So I'm getting a proper case for this instead of the. I I saved my NES case, my fake Lego NES case. That's still in storage. I was like, I don't want this anymore. I think that's fine. So I have that. Um, I also have this 7-inch monitor right here, which works with the Raspberry Pi to show videos. It's be an eye catcher. I don't know what else I'm going to use this for. Probably just in association with the Pi as a Pi hole. Um, this you would have normally found this kind of device in like in a car, and then people just like put it together with a charger and a stand and sold it on Amazon. But it's got HDMI, so I just run HDMI cable from this to the Pi. Easy, no problem. It's got a little speaker in it, which is nice, little speaker there, and you can put headphones in. Um, very bare bones. Has a little remote it comes with, which is nice. Um, and then I just disconnect this and have a little bag to keep all of that in. I put it all in this bag that it was for headphones. It says HyperX on it somewhere. Oh yeah, little headphone bag. Nice and easy to carry that stuff. Also, more League of Heels stuff coming out of there. The green belt. Is this a giant belt? Yes. Is it too big a belt for the current Jeff Green champion, who is Felix Kramer? Yes. It's too big for Felix. Um, I didn't know what size belt I bought. I just bought a, a green belt, and I didn't know how big it would be when I purchased it, but it is comically large. This is the Jeff Green Memorial Championship. Jeff Green has not passed. We just miss him. He went to a couple PAXs and was on one League Heel show, and we hope that someday he'll be more involved with the show because we love him dearly. Shirts. I found a thing I did not know we had. The last remaining three uh, from the second ever printing of our merch. I have 3 double XL blue League of Heels shirts. Let's see, yeah. So I have 3 of these. Um, you know, very happy about that. Still available if you search League of Heels on Pro Wrestling Tees. You can buy this in red or um, blue. But these, a belt too big for champ. Yes. This shirts were done. These are better quality than what you get at Pro Wrestling Tees. But at Pro Wrestling Tees, you can get sizes larger than 2X. We never sold shirts bigger than 2X because for the amount of shirts we're buying, the cost when you get into 3, 4, 5X is so like it was a loss. And wasn't worth the shipping cost, unfortunately. So we never did more than 2X. But we increased the amount of double XLs that we brought with us. Um, I grabbed some shirts. I grabbed, I think, like 7 shirts out of storage. You barely see me wearing shirts on stream. I mean, you see me wearing shirts. You barely see what shirt they are on stream, just from the way that I do things. But I did think you might appreciate, audience, one of the shirts that I got out of storage. A shirt I can't believe I didn't ever bring that I didn't bring down with me. My Cool Dude shirt. That's right. It's a shirt that says Cool Dude. Uh, it's an Undertale shirt, but it's a very cool Undertale shirt. I got this for free. Shirtless streams coming soon. No Lord Crashington, no hot tubs, no pools, uh, all shirts, all shirt streams. Cool Dude shirt. I got this for free at a PAX once, and it's very comfortable. It's good merch. But yeah, it's my Undertale from Fan Gamer shirt. Let's see, other things that I got from my storage unit. I guess a bunch of shirts. I traded out a hoodie that I brought in case I needed it. I didn't, but I traded out my kind of worn, maybe a little like ragged Crunchyroll hoodie for one of the last Giant Bomb zipper hoodies that says GB on it. It's like there's lots of logos. It doesn't say bomb on it, and it's a very comfy hoodie. So I grabbed that, and then I already showed it off, the big belt and its traveling case, which is like a polyester material. But I got the big belt, making sure that's viewable there. Got the big old belt. Happy to have this big old belt. Dang, you got to be certified cool dude for that, right? Well, I am. So, but I got the big belt. I've been looking at it since I got it here yesterday. Very excited about that. Love this belt. It's so heavy. No, sorry, my mic. I'm eating my microphone. I got hit my microphone with the belt. That's how big it is. It's so heavy, but I love it to death, and I'm happy to have it. Um, I'm not going to be at PAX next week. I think it's pretty obvious. I'm not going to be PAX West next week. PAX Unplugged. I haven't made a decision on PAX Unplugged. I was waiting until I got back from this to reach out to a friend of mine because I have all of September. Reaching out to a friend who I think is going to be at PAX Unplugged to say, "Hey, are you going to be at PAX Unplugged? What's up?" And I also want to wait for PAX West to be over. Excuse me. Wow, sorry. I want to wait for PAX West to be over before I start talking to Reed people about PAX Unplugged to see if there's a way to make it work, make sense for me to be there. Financial assistance is what I'm talking about. All right, so I got all that. I have something to show off here as part of my rant about this Airbnb because I want to rant a little bit about this because it's a little frustrating. Um, here's another show and tell item that I did not expect to show you here. They're in metric. It's a bunch of Allen wrenches. It's Allen wrenches. Do I own some? Yes. Is my dad going to be surprised that he now has a new set of metric Allen wrenches coming to him? Yes, he'd be very surprised about that. Why did I need this? Um, because the bed frame was real wobbly and every single connector of the 4 posts and then the sides, every single one, some of them have like 4 connectors, everything was loose. I sat down on it and I was like, what's happening right now? What's going on here? Um, I said this when we started the stream that there'd be some things where I was like, this is going to be helpful maybe for you out there. When you get into an Airbnb, you got to do your check. You got to check everything. Everything looked cool, everything looks like in order. If the fridge is unplugged because you're the only person there, you want to plug because a lot of people rent out, like they lease a place and they just do Airbnb for B&B for each bedroom. So you want to plug in the fridge in so it can get cold. Um, Always good to have to buy some basic stuff on vacation that you can't just throw or give away. Yes, I could find someone I know and give this away, but I'm just going to bring it home. Like whatever, it doesn't take up much room on the plane or on my suitcase, so I'm just going to take it home because it's. I should also say this was $10, so it's not like I spent a lot of money on it, and it's got a lot of good sizes. So I'm happy to have this because I'm sure there's like my dad probably has a set of this in metric, but like I bet like three of them are missing. So there you go. Um, but anyway, uh, when I sat down and everything was wobbly, unfortunately, that was at 9 p.m. Uh, and if I had known earlier, so then I messaged the person, the host, and they were like, "Oh, I don't know where our Allen stuff is." So thank fucking God that I am staying in New York because I just got on the subway, went into the city proper, transferred to another train. Hey, Lashbrook, welcome. I'm complaining about my Airbnb and how the bed, the frame was very wobbly. And then I went to a 24-hour hardware store. And I was like, hey, I don't know what size these are. It's a bed frame. And he's like, is it IKEA? And I was like, probably. And he's like, okay, well, the smaller ones on metric and US are pretty identical. The larger ones are different. It's $10. Like, how big are they? And I was like, look, if I can't get one that exactly fits, I have painter's tape. That was the thing I got from storage that I didn't show off because why do you need to see a roll of blue tape? So you can always just take these and wrap them in blue tape to like make it so that it will fit in there. It's not the best, but you can fudge it if you gotta. Um, so then got back here, got down, didn't end up taking the mattress off, just slid it aside. Yeah, so went around and tightened up everything. Um, and it's frustrating. And I'm gonna like double check because one of them isn't set fully properly. So I'm gonna go back and do this myself and go around each one and kind of just keep it up for maintenance. Um, and that's fine. It's fine that I have to do that, but like that's the price I'm paying right now. Um, Other things. Here's another thing. So I should have checked that earlier. It never occurred to me to check if that bed was stable or not. That's a thing to check. Here's another thing to check. When you send your money out for Airbnb when you book the place and you're all set, they will send you. Sometimes they'll like, okay, well, call this number and I'll let you in. I'll hand the keys off if they're staying in the place. If it's a place like where I currently at in where each room gets rented out to different people, there will probably be like there might be a lock, like this kind of lock, and you go, you put your lock in, you open it, there's a key inside. Or it could be there is a code on the door. If there is a lock with a code or a door code on the door, double check that the code they sent you is right because you may have booked it 2 weeks ahead of time or 2 months ahead of time. This is the thing that I did not do because the code was sent to me a couple days before I left. So I did not go, hey, tomorrow I'm coming in just to make sure, just to check in. Do you have, is this code the right one? It wasn't. Luckily, somebody just let me in, which is fine. And then I got the proper code, which is also fine. Again, this is on me. This is a thing that I could have figured out what to do. Um, Sounds like a fun time. Indeed, Lord Grashington. So make sure that you get your code. Uh, there was another thing today where somebody was coming in to clean and they were supposed to clean a room because people had been in there last night and left and someone else was coming in. They started cleaning my room. My stuff's still in here. So that felt weird. I came back in, my bed was made. And I was like, this isn't a hotel. What's going on here? So that was weird. That has never happened to me before, and hopefully will never happen again. The key code thing has happened more than once, uh, and I'm usually better about that. Um, so I think that's all the stuff. Oh, also, this room has bad lighting. Right now, I have the only lamp in this room, and I have it focused on the wall, so it's reflecting off of that onto me, and that's the best I can do. And I have the blinds open on the window in the room, so the lighting has changed over the last half hour, I'm sure, as the sun starts setting slowly. Uh, can't do anything about the room and its lighting there. Before we move on, I will say I will be positive. Another first for this room is over there, there's a bathroom. And I'm not talking about in the hallway. I'm talking about in this room. This is this room has its own bathroom and shower. Not even just a half bath. I have my own toilet for my days here, and I have my own shower for my days here. And that has never happened to me before. It just feels like staying in a hotel room in that one respect. If there was a mini fridge in here, I would be in heaven. There is a water cooler in the living room, so I have nice cold water whenever I need it without having to worry about refilling anything, and that rules. So that is very cool. I think that is neat. It's a very tiny bathroom, but it's my bathroom. I think that's cool. Also, this is not something that I thought I was going to show off on stream. I just want to point out that the Pringles person is also wearing a headset similar to me, and I was not expecting that, and I don't hate it. I don't hate this. Let me see if you can see that there. There's the Pringles microphone. Um, I don't hate that. So uh, yeah. So that's just the thing that I noticed. We don't often eat Pringles in the Bear residence. So yeah, maybe Pringles will be a VTuber. Who knows? Maybe someday. So I got Pringles to snack. Okay, so I went to my storage unit, as you know, got some stuff, got the belt, got a few other things, got some clothes. Went to go grab a tripod. Apparently, I broke that tripod, and it's just been in storage for 2 years. So that was fun to discover. One of the legs is busted on the tripod. It may have been busted as we moved it out of my apartment. I don't know. Um, so I was trying to find out where do I go to buy some model kits or to browse some model kits. Let's be real, browse model kits. Um, it would have been a long trek that I probably would have done tomorrow, going to Gundam Planet in Jersey. They're not open for business, or they're not open for customers as a physical store. Uh, there was a place in Queens that I've been to before that has an other location in Flushing. I didn't want to go to Flushing from here. Flushing is just a little too far for me to go out there. Apparently, very nice shop. Would have been great. Instead, I went to Chinatown, had lunch in Chinatown, went to a place whose name I cannot tell you because it was all in Chinese characters and there was no name on the English store. The menu, I went to a place where I was asked, "Do you need an English menu?" Which is very fun to be asked. Um, to which I did say yes, but it's fine. Um, but that was cool. Going and going to a really nice Chinese place in Chinatown, and then I went to the Shop, DASHOP, the Shop, which is a very small little store, crammed full of stuff, whose prices are the owner of the shop knows what everything is selling for. Maybe not what it's worth, but what everything is selling for. Like has like four copies or four. I saw 4 or 5 copies of the Rayquaza model kit, which is like it's not. It shouldn't be $30, but I understand why he was selling it for $30. If it had been like $20, I probably would have bought. It's a big model kit as far as Pokemon model kits go, but I didn't get it. But there was a bunch of stuff that I was like, this will go. You know, I'm sure there are people that are tourists. I'm sure this person actually makes their money on Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards and the like. Um, but I'd never been in there, but I was happy to go in. I did buy one model kit. I posted a photo of the figure, not the figure, the source there. It is a model kit from the year 2002. It's from I believe this is from Gundam the Origin, I think. Maybe it's not. I can't remember. But it is the Gelgog Marine. I'm gonna. There's a delay here. Like the delay right now is a little long, so I just want to see real quick. Yeah, you can see that. How about that? You're probably going to get a reflection. Yeah, you're getting a reflection of my own laptop because I'm just using the on-camera laptop there. Uh, oh, nice. High Top Ninja said, I love that kid. It's super neat. Um, well, actually, you know what? Let's see if I can uh, grab the image that I put up there. Uh, let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna find it. Am I gonna? Nope, I can't find it. Whatever. Sorry about this. I will, I'm going to try to put the image of this kit up because its colors are incredible. So this is a kit from the year 2002. Do I love kits from the year 2002? Not always, as far as build construction, but it's a very good looking kit and I'm excited to work on it. There we go. I'm looking at OBS right now. I only have one monitor. There's no, I don't have an HDMI cable. I could have used this as a second monitor, and I almost, if I had a spare HDMI cable, I could have made this my second monitor and used this for, I guess, OBS, but it would have been really tiny. So I didn't do that. We'll just create an image there, browse, go to desktop, go to downloads, go to this. There we go. So this is the kit with really beautiful colors. This is what I'm going to be working on here. The Gelgog Marine high grade from the year 2002. It was, so I got it for 30, which I think like if I bought it from Gundam Planet, if it was in stock in Gundam Planet, it probably would have been like 20 something, but I also would have had to pay $10 shipping. So $30 for a kit from 2002 that I've never seen show up on Amazon. And the last time I went to a store, I didn't see it there either. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I think in the long run, uh, that's a good deal for a kit that again, I'm with you on that, Pat. When a kit is colored with non-standard Gundam colors, I go for them. Yeah, I mean that purple, this purple and like gold, and it's just like it's just such a good color. I'm a sucker for a good shield as well, and the shield is the same two colors. Oh, it's just lovely looking. Um, uh, so yeah, so I wanted to support a local store. I haven't been into a local store because there's nothing around me. The closest thing to it is like I could go into Target and buy those kits that I've already bought anyway. Target doesn't sell anything I don't already have. So I was happy to go and buy a store. I don't know if the box is coming with me because this is going to go in my backpack. I think I might just take out all the, I might just take all this out and ship that stuff or send that stuff with me and then leave the box here. I don't keep boxes generally. I recycle boxes, so I don't really need it, but kind of want it. I'm gonna drink a little water. Give me a second here. You're in the Philly area, thankfully. We have a comic shop that's not super far, so I try to buy from them when I can. Yeah, that's awesome. Um, there are a couple comic shops here that do sell some stuff, um, but like Midtown always has some things, but they're incredible. I didn't go to Midtown this time. Midtown always has some things, but they're very expensive, and they're usually stuff that I already had. Now I will go probably stop in to Midtown Comics tomorrow because I'm going to be in the Times Square area. I'm going to a wrestling show tomorrow night. And doors open. I can't remember when doors open. They open pretty good. House of Glory Wrestling is having a show. Yeah, so I'm going to check out House of Glory. Never seen them. I believe their current champion is a Charles Manson type, and that sounds fun. Um, and I'm going to check them out because their main event features Eddie Kingston. I want to see Eddie wrestle. It's been a long time, years and years since I've seen Eddie. Uh, work a show live, and so I'm excited about that. It's in Terminal 5, which is a venue I really enjoy. So I'm going to be near the Times Square area tomorrow. I'm probably going to go to the Jolly Bee if it's still open. I actually haven't checked, but I believe that Jolly Bee is still open. So I'm probably going to go to Midtown and just kind of like bum around in that area a bit. Um, uh, and then go to dinner with a friend and then go to that show. Very excited about that. Tonight, going to do some improv shows. Going to one in Brooklyn, then immediately going. Uh, Eddie was the only wrestler who checked on me when I got hit with a chair at a CZW show. Love him to death. Eddie, yeah, I mean, Eddie is a scary man, but also is like a good man. He's a good, scary man. Um, no, I'm excited. Um, uh, Recently a friend of mine like did some tweets that were making the rounds in wrestling Twitter, and Eddie followed her, but then didn't retweet that tweet that was like wrestling related that people were sharing. He retweeted like her opinion on She-Hulk and being mad at dudes. And that was so much better. It's like, yeah, whatever. Other people are retweeting her. Eddie was just like, no, this is the tweet I'm gonna. It was just, it was a nice little thing. I don't know. So I'm excited to go see him tomorrow. Like I said, improv tonight. Going to go see a couple shows, including some people with former coworkers of mine. Excited to do that. Um, so that'll be fun. Monday, I have a lunch meeting, and I my flight is at 6. I leave this Airbnb at 11. And so I already here's just like a thing I would say. Um, Depends on who you're meeting. If you're meeting strangers, maybe you don't make a joke of it, but you inform them. I have informed the 3 people that I am meeting on Monday. Hey, just so you know, I'm leaving town Monday night, so I will be bringing my suitcase with me. Um, and they were like, okay, but I just let them know so I didn't show up with a bunch of gear, like a stuffed backpack and a suitcase and all of that. Um, One of them is a wrestling fan, so I will let them know as casually as I can. Hey, do you want to see a big wrestling belt that's in my bag? And see if that's something that uh, he would like to see. Um, but yeah, so Monday is kind of like up in the air. Like I have this meeting. I'm gonna get out of this Airbnb, go to lunch, go to a meeting, and then I have a couple hours, and I might just go to LaGuardia super early because it's gonna take me a while to get there anyway. It's like my flight's at 6. I kind of want to be there at 4. So I might just get there very early and just use Wi-Fi and like not the nice thing about just going to an airport very, very early is you're never running late. Even if you're running late, you're still so early that it's not a problem. So I might just do that because I still have to like take like at least one subway train to the shuttle bus to get there. So I might as well just go whenever. Um, and I go to LaGuardia, and then hang out and get a flight. And then a reminder, my stream on Monday, once again, folks, got to remind you, my stream on Monday starts at 10 p.m. Eastern, not 9 p.m. Eastern like it normally does. I will be doing a model kit building stream, finishing up the Raider Gundam. I still have the backpack to complete and the weapons. It might take all stream, but then also the EXO. Oh, yeah, I'll put this in there. The airports have either been barren or super crowded. Totally get going early. Yeah, here's the thing, right? I can just get food and go sit in a corner and eat because I don't really want to eat on the plane because that's like I don't want to remove my mask on a plane. That seems to be a place where the air is just not going to be great for that. So I want to eat. I want to like find a corner of the airport where it's not super busy and eat there. I'm going to show you this one. Do you have a carry-on bag or something the belt goes in? So Lashbrook, there is a bag for this that has a strap on it, like a case. So I could just make that my carry-on, but I am checking my suitcase, and so the belt is going to be in like 4 layers of bags in the middle of my suitcase. Uh, I knew that because I'm bringing that and some electronics that I didn't want to have to take. My 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 Raspberry Pi's in this box, but I still don't want to explain this like weird board thing that I have. I just have this, so I'm just gonna put it in my suitcase in its box. And if they want to open it up, they can. But like Yeah, so I'm just checking a bag, especially this particular Delta flight. The plane, the overheads, like my suitcase won't fit in the overheads there. They're too small. So it's either have them take it at the gate or me spend a little bit more money and put it on the plane. So I'm just doing that. So I'm loading all my electronics except for like my laptop and like my phone. Everything else is going in the plane. I wouldn't want to show you the kits I'm currently working on because I need to have the images here uh, to plug Monday's stream because there might be a few people here that don't always watch what I'm doing. So let's see. So the Raider Gundam looks rad, and I'll show you the rate. Did I say? Yes, here's the Raider Gundam. Uh, so the Raider Gundam full mechanics. I have done the whole body of the kit. I've done some of the backpack, and then I still need to do the shield gun and they call it Mjolnir. It's not Mjolnir. That's not Mjolnir. Uh, it's a mace. It's just a mace. But anyway, I have to finish that kit. Does it transform? Yes, it does into a flight mode. So we'll do that. And then when that's done, I have I don't know if I'll have time on stream, but I do have another kit to start working on, which was sent by a friend. The exosuit. Oh, that's a huge image. Holy shit. That's a very large image. I forgot how big a high quality image that is. This is actually not for sale anymore. This has been retired, and it does come with two Lego people. And it's just a big exosuit, and it has a little tiny drone that comes with it too. And I'm excited to build that. Uh, uh, that is the a Lego set that I will be working on next because it came out of my uh it's not a wish list item, but a friend sent it to me. And also Adam apparently on Friday I received a package which I was not home for, which is another Lego set from Adam, and I don't know what it is. Because the ones I asked for were the exosuit and the other smaller. There's another Lego space mech thing that he sent me. And then he sent me something else, and I don't know what it is, which is fun. Um, let's see. Is there anything else I want to say? Yeah, so that's Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Again, not doing my normal 9 p.m. stream. It'll still be 2 hours. I did get asked that. It's still 2 hours. So it'll be 10 p.m. till midnight. And then I guess we'll hopefully finally be able to raid Will Smith, internet's Will Smith, gamer guy Will Smith, because he usually starts like at like 11:15. So I just never get to raid him. He started 2 minutes after the other day when I went past 11. He started 2 minutes after we rated, and then I feel bad. I don't plan on it. Thursday. We rated my friend Liz, and she only streamed for like 10 minutes, and also like 10 to 15 minutes before I rated, I just had a raid come to me, and so those folks they were given the runaround. Um, Let's see. Is there anything else that I want to say? Oh, so I thought I was going to be doing an improv show tonight, but that they were supposedly short on people and I was going to sit in, but they said, "Hey, don't advertise that because we actually might not be because it seems like too many people asked people to sit in." So I am not sitting in with that improv show, which is fine. I'll just be an audience member. It takes a lot of stress. Honestly, it takes a whole lot of stress off of me. Just a lot of stress that I would have otherwise. Um, Let's see. Okay, two shows tonight, going to brunch tomorrow, meeting, wrestling, meeting, flying back. Okay, that's all of that. Talked about the shop and the storage unit. Um, it so I got on the subway and got a little emotional yesterday because I was like, I'm back in New York. Then I opened up my storage unit and I looked at my stuff. I got like my I have a trunk in there with some stuff. Some gear and my boots, my winter boots are in this trunk, this Foot Locker that I have had since I went to college in 1999. My parents bought me that Foot Locker, and it still holds up. Uh, and so I got a little emotional there. And then I found a duffel bag with some shirts and pulled some shirts out, got a little emotional, pulled the League of Heels stuff out, got nostalgic and a little emotional. And then and then it rained on me, and I was like, of course it's raining right now. And I hid out and spent too much money on water, which was very funny to me. Got here, code didn't work on the door. Bed, found out later was wobbly. Found out uh, this laptop that I'm using right now has been great. League of Heels was fun. Yes, League of Heels rules, and so I got nostalgic about that. Looking at some of the stuff for that. Oh, I found all the money bags and all the stuff I need to if we ever do a booth again. I have all that stuff. So I was like, oh, this is fun. Oh, this is I'm feeling away, and then I went out last night because the only thing with this headset is there's one plug on here, and I'm using it as a headset, as a mic in, because if I use it as a headset, the middle audio goes away. It's very weird. But anyway, so I had to go and get this Allen wrench set to fix the bed frame. And I was walking back from the subway, and I'm walking through, and it's light out, and there's still people around, and I'm not worried about anything. But I see these two dudes kind of distance from each other. They're on the sidewalk, and it's a little after midnight by the time I get back. They're peeing in the street. They're near a park. They could have been peeing in the park or at the park, but they're peeing into the street. And I don't say anything, but somebody else yells something. And one of these dudes, without missing a beat, just yells back, I'm not going to pee on this tree. It's still growing. And I really miss New York, is what I'm saying. I definitely miss this city. Uh, it really does. Like today, there was a guy playing the guitar on the subway for money, singing. He was beautiful, and I was like, it's very hard to hear my podcast right now. Like I'm back, baby. Uh, I'm gonna see improv tonight. I'm gonna see wrestling tomorrow. Um, it's it's nostalgic. Yesterday, I went to go buy pizza, and I saw a dude on a bike, and I was like, I think I know that dude. And it was a guy that I've done some comedy with named Sydney, and he rules, and he is just like, and I was like, "Hey, man, what's up?" And he's like, "Hey, are you in LA?" Because everyone who didn't leave New York just assumes I moved to LA because that's what other people did. And I was like, "No, I'm in South Carolina. I'm hanging out. I just came up to see some people and some stuff and whatever." And I'm like, "What are you up to?" Uh, and he was like, oh, well, I started a podcast. And I was like, of course you did. And he's like, yeah, I'm just hanging out. I'm just an asshole in Brooklyn. And I was like, excellent. And it was just like, that's Sydney Hollis. Hell yeah. Sydney rules. Has the change. So Lashford, I have been here since yesterday morning. I will say that uh, what I have witnessed, no, the park today was full of people illegally barbecuing because there's only so many areas in the park you're supposed to actually be able to barbecue in, but people just grill wherever on the weekends. Full of people like going about their business. There are still businesses that ask you to wear a mask. The buses still require a mask. The subways do not anymore. Um, if you're not wearing a mask, there's no dirty looks. When I left here in May or July of 2020, if you didn't wear a mask in the subway, you got some fucking dirty looks and people said some shit. I have heard reports that it's more violent and more people are more angry and all these other things. I haven't felt that vibe myself. Uh, Several stores that I would have loved to have gone to don't exist anymore, but also they may have just closed anyway. The Knitting Factory just had its last show. I would have maybe gone to a concert in the Knitting Factory like last night. I ended up not going out. I'm glad I didn't go out because I had to get this stuff, but I decided not to go out and instead just watch wrestling in a Discord. And I think I made the right call because I have enough going on. Um, and if I had just gone out and didn't sit on that bed, I wouldn't have known. I would have come home and I would have taken the mattress off of the bed and just slept on the floor because there's no way I would slept on that bed frame because I would have cracked it because it was just so loose. Um, but yeah, to answer your question, Lastbrook, I don't. To me, this city feels fine. Like I haven't been all over. I haven't really been in Queens much. Um, I haven't been in the Lower East Side, which was shit was shutting down before. I'm sure that it's different, um, but it doesn't feel dramatically different than it used to. Uh, and maybe I'll feel differently later. But I had to turn the air conditioner in this room it's a room air conditioner, and I had to turn that off because it was picked up on this microphone so much because I can't run anything to like make it the sound better. So, and in a little bit, I'm gonna have to turn that air conditioner on. We're gonna go for another few minutes. We'll raid. We always end every stream with a raid, even our weird hangout streams. Um, but then the next stream will be on Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern, where I will be model kit building and hanging out. Um, I don't know how much anime I am going to watch. I didn't watch any yesterday. I might watch some today. I think tomorrow I'm going to have some time before wrestling, so maybe I'll watch some anime. Uh, I don't expect to pay for, well, streaming video isn't really going to work anyway, so I can't really watch it on the plane. I can probably Actually, I probably watch anime tomorrow at the airport waiting for my flight. So, um, this little I want to give an update. This little laptop. So High Top Ninja. Um, the shows that I would be covering, like if tonight was a Saturday evening stream, I will be talking about um Teppen, which is a story about young ladies that want to be stand-up comedians. It is not a show about stand-up comedy. It's a show about young ladies fulfilling it. So it's a slice of life about young ladies who happen to want comedy. And there's a little bits about like, oh, what does it mean to be in a comedy group? But it's not. I've said it's Mark Maron, the TV show about Mark Maron, the podcaster, not the podcast where he talks in depth with stand-up comedians. That's kind of what the vibe is. It's a little closer to that. And then Black Summoner it's an isekai. It's an isekai with some good characters and some fun times. Um, and I'm watching a lot of isekai. I mean, I do. I just that is it. The different world anime is style anime I like. Um, the different world pharmacy. I've been watching that. Parallel World Pharmacy. Sorry, Parallel World Pharmacy. So I'll watch that new episode tomorrow probably. But yeah, so Monday night I'll talk about some anime. I'll talk about the rest of my trip, the wrestling show. Hopefully my goal is to not scream. I actually think wearing a mask will mean that I won't scream. Now, the venue does not ask, Terminal 5 does not ask you to wear a mask. The wrestling show does not ask you to wear a mask, but I have a mask with skulls on it. Uh, and I'm going to wear that over my KN95 mask. So at the very least, my mask is cool looking, but I'm going to be in an enclosed space. Terminal 5 is large, and I don't expect this venue to sell out, despite having Fatu versus Brody King in it on the card, and Bandito versus Loki. There's going to be some good matches on this card, but I don't expect it to have like a huge crowd. Terminal 5 is a pretty big venue, so I'm just going to like find my spot. But I'll talk about that. Hopefully, I won't lose my voice at a wrestling show, but you never know. So I'll talk about that on Monday. My trip back, some anime. I don't think we're gonna do manga Monday. Usually on Mondays to talk about manga because I think we're gonna have more to say. Yeah, High Top. It's they invited some cool ass people to come do it. All of the House of Black are gonna be there. I don't know if Buddy's gonna be there because there's the meet and greet where you can meet the three dudes. Julia is not making an appearance, but the three dudes from House of Black are all going to be there. Um, I don't know if Buddy is wrestling or if he's just going to be around, but he's at the meet and greet. I didn't do the meet and greets. I'm not that kind of wrestling fan. I don't go for autographs. I'm gonna like my goal is I'm bringing enough cash to buy a T-shirt from a wrestler I've never heard of. If someone is awesome, either in an intermission or after the show, I will go and buy a t-shirt from that person, and then I will put it on over the t-shirt I am wearing to walk home. That is my wrestling promise to you. Is that, look, could I buy a House of Black shirt? I'm sure they'll be available. Could I buy an Eddie shirt? Like maybe. But like, what if I buy a shirt from like some dude that had a really good match that I'm just like, yep, I'm a fan of this person. I mean, if I can't find a local I've never heard of that really gets me, I might buy a Bandito shirt because Bandito does pretty good merch, and I've never seen Bandito wrestle in person before, so I'm pretty psyched about that. Um, I think Amazing Red is facing Malachi Black, and that's weird. Oh, you did every Chikara show. Yes. I mean, all of the wrestlers in Chikara were just so happy that you were there because they were, sometimes they were violent, but they were doing all ages shows, and sometimes they were doing afternoon shows, and just like everyone I know that came through Chikara, with the exception of like one person, is the nicest wrestler. And all of them are the nicest wrestlers I've ever met. There was like one person that was like kind of shitty, but I have been told that they were having a bad day. And I was like, okay, because another person I know loves them. So I was like, I met like one of them on a bad day, which is fine. But anyway, I think that's gonna do it for the stream. I am gonna mute. Let's see. Gonna turn that off. I'm going to mute the desktop audio so that, and then I'm gonna go to my own page here because I need to see who is streaming and who we can go and raid because we got a raid. So let me see who's out there. I have no idea who streams like on Saturdays. Um, oh God, how long is? I think Rah Rah started early in the morning. I mean, I think we should go raid Rah Rah. Um, love Rah Rah to death. I don't know how long they've been going. Oh, 13, only 13 hours for Rah Rah. So that's not bad. Um, so yeah, we'll go help hang out with Vectroid. I don't know what they're doing right now, but Rah Rah rules. So we're gonna go give her a raid. Uh, and we'll see. I don't know if she's working on music or whatever she's doing, but oops. So we'll go her a raid. So feel free to come along on this raid. Thanks so much everybody for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your night and your day. It's early for everybody, I'm sure, but have a great time out there. Come along on this raid. Rara is just a wonderfully weird person, and there's some fantastic streams. So I hope you'll hit, you'll queue up, and so you can come hang out with us because it's gonna be fun. Because they're very good. Let me just get this going here. I gotta get in there so that I can hear my friend. But thanks so much for being here. I will see you later. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you on Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.